Welcome back to Books with LMK. Let's talk about the first half of Gotham Chess's book, which targets players from 0 to 800 ELO. Now, if you already know how the pieces move, you might think about skipping this section entirely. Don't. On this podcast, we focus on what actually gains you rating points, and Levy targets the exact reason why 90% of beginners lose games: unforced blunders. Instead of boring you with deep theories, he uses over 500 board diagrams to drill one basic rule into your head: look for captures before you touch a piece. If you are stuck below 800, it's not because you don't know strategy. It's because you keep hanging pieces for free. This section forces you to build visual awareness so you stop throwing away games before the real battle even starts. If you're a beginner, this half alone is worth the cover price. What is the single biggest mistake I see amateur chess players make? It's memorizing 20 moves of deep computer opening theory. Today on Books with LMK, we're looking at how Gotham Chess absolutely destroys this habit. In the intermediate section of his book, Levy introduces staple openings like the London system and the Sicilian defense. But here is why his approach works. He doesn't want you memorizing lines. He teaches you the underlying concepts of space management and piece coordination. He proves that if you simply control the center, develop your minor pieces, and castle early, you will survive the opening 95% of the time. Stop memorizing, start understanding. That is the exact secret to breaking past the 1000 ELO barrier. You survive the opening, the board gets incredibly complicated, and suddenly you realize you have absolutely no idea what to do next. Welcome to the intermediate middle game graveyard. In this chapter of the book, Levy provides an excellent blueprint on how to form a plan when there are no obvious tactical strikes on the board. He breaks down how to weaponize space, coordinate your pieces, and spot your opponent's structural weaknesses. What I appreciate most as a solo host reading through this is how he handles the psychology of tilt and time pressure. If you always freeze up in complex positions and panic move your pawns, his middle game breakdown gives you a reliable, step-by-step checklist to find a purpose behind every single move. Beyond the instructional content, the physical design choices of a chess book significantly impact its usability. Traditional chess literature often uses small font sizes, cramped layouts, and black and white diagrams that can be difficult to pass without a physical board. Levy Rozman's book utilizes a high-contrast layout with large fonts and two-color printing. Each diagram is sized so that coordinates are clearly legible. This layout is specifically optimized for readers who study on the move, such as during a commute, where setting up a physical chessboard is impractical. While advanced players might find the layout too spacious, it provides excellent readability for the target audience. To understand the value of how to win at chess, we have to look at where it sits in the broader market of beginner literature. For decades, books like Bobby Fischer Teaches Chess or Yasser Seirawan's Winning Chess series have been the standard recommendations for new players. Fischer's book relies heavily on a programmatic, question and answer format, while Seirawan focuses on deep prose explanations. Rozman's book attempts to bridge these two styles by combining conversational explanations with modern digital integration. It does not replace the deep strategic coverage found in classic series, but it modernizes the introductory format for a digital first generation of players. A critical factor for any introductory chess book is how it handles chess notation. For absolute beginners, learning algebraic notation, the grid system used to record moves, can feel like learning a new language. In How to Win at Chess, Levy Rozman introduces notation gradually. Early chapters use full piece names and directional arrows within the text, while later chapters transition fully into standard algebraic shorthand. This stepped approach minimizes the initial learning curve, making the text accessible to those who have never read a chess book before. However, players who are already fluent in notation may find the early, text-heavy explanations redundant. So, what is the final verdict? Is How to Win at Chess actually worth your money? If you are rated above 1300 ELO, my honest advice on Books with LMK is to pass. This material will be way too basic for you. But if you are a recreational player, an adult improver, or stuck anywhere between the 0 and 1200 ELO trenches, this is easily the most practical, entertaining, and highly visual textbook you can buy right now. It cuts the elitist snobbery out of chess literature and gives you the exact tools to start winning more games. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Books with LMK. Let me know in the comments which chess book you want me to read and break down next, and make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter.